Okay, I want to demonstrate a new application that I have called Ninite. Ninite allows you to install various applications within Windows or Linux. In this case, I'm using Windows 7 Ultimate, and I have a Windows 7 Ultimate test VM out here, and I want to use Ninite to show you the capabilities of what it can do. Basically, what it does in a nutshell, I've got 18 programs that I've incorporated into the installer, and I'm going to drag the icon for Ninite out onto the desktop here, and I'm going to launch it, and it's going to go out and it's going to install all of those 18 applications for me without me doing anything. There's one application I have in that list called Winscp, which is an FTP client, free one. So when it gets to that point, it's going to see it that's already there, and it's going to skip it, and I'll show you that process as well. So let me go ahead and right now what I need to do is go up on the computer, and the USB stick is not recognized, so I need to go up to VM and go down to removable devices and click on my connect to the removable device and disconnect it from the host. This will take a few seconds. And now the guest OS is seeing the device, and it's installing the device driver for it. And it should come up automatically. If not, I can close this window, bring it up again. It should see it. There it is. Okay, so it saw it. Let me go ahead and close this window, and let me double click on the E drive, which is my USB stick. Here's the Ninite Windows installer, and I'm going to drag it out to the desktop and copy it there. Alright, and now that I've got it copied, I'm going to go ahead and close that window. And now I'm going to go ahead and launch it. I'm going to double click on it, and it's preparing the setup for it. UAC is prompting me if I want to make changes. Yes. Alright, I'm going to open up the show details to show you all the applications that I currently have here. I've got Firefox, Chrome, Java, 7-Zip, PuTTY, BitTorrent, Winscp. I've got OneDrive, FileZilla, Cutepdf or PDF, Notepad++, QBitTorrent, Picasa, Dropbox, Evernote, and GIMP, OpenOffice, and Essentials. So I've got a lot of stuff being installed here, and it's going out, it's downloading each of those, and it's installing each of those when the download's complete. So I'm going to be stopping this video from time to time, because it does take quite a while to run through this whole process, and speed the video up and show you that as it's doing its install. So I'm going to let this roll for a few minutes, and as things are installed, the icons are also coming up on the desktop as well, which is kind of neat. So let's just continue to watch it for a moment. It's almost completed the download of Firefox. Okay, it's installing, and as you'll notice when it started installing Firefox, it started downloading Chrome in the background. So it's going to be installing Firefox while it's downloading Chrome, and then Chrome has already been downloaded. It's waiting to install. Now it's downloading Java. Still installing Firefox. I'm going to let the Firefox icon come up on the desktop, and then I'll pause the video briefly here and turn it on and off as we progress. This is a neat way for you to install things in a bundled kind of package, so you don't have to do them one at a time. You don't have to even launch a browser or anything to go out and find it and install it and close it and then go grab the next one. Okay, so Firefox has now come up on the desktop here. I'm not going to launch it, so I'm going to go ahead and stop the video and restart it when Chrome installs. Okay, as you can see, Chrome has installed. It hasn't given us an OK status. There it goes. OK status now on Chromium. Notice that it skipped Winscp here because it's up to date. It's already out on the desktop. Let me scroll down, and you'll notice that everything is downloaded right now, waiting to install. So it's still doing its thing. It's going to take a while. But it's now in the process of installing Java, and once it completes that, it'll move on to 7-zip, etc., etc. So I'm going to go ahead and pause the video again and start it up at a later time. Okay, we've progressed a little further. As you can see here on the status, we've got Firefox, Chrome, Java, 7-zip, and PuTTY installed. Okay, and you can see the PuTTY icons out there. Chrome and Firefox icons are on the desktop as well. It did skip the Winscp, but it failed on the BitTorrent sync, and it gave us an error code. We'll have to investigate that. It's currently installing OneDrive right now, and then it'll move on to FileZilla and Cutepdf. Okay, OneDrive is installed, and there's the OneDrive icon just popped out on the screen. So FileZilla is currently being installed, and that's a file transfer protocol client, which is a very nice one, as a matter of fact. Okay, it's installed now, and FileZilla is out on the desktop. Cutepdf is a PDF conversion tool or utility. It's installing that right now, and it should pop an icon out on the desktop when that is completed. Okay, Cutepdf is installed, but there was no icon out on the desktop for some reason. Not sure why. I guess some of them put them out there, some do not. It looks like Notepad++ has been installed, and QBitTorrent is just completed installation, and now it's installing Picasa. If you've never used Picasa before, it's a very good application for managing your photos. I have it in Linux on my Linux Mint system. So it's installing that now. It doesn't have too many more to go. It's got 1, 2, 3, 5 to go after Picasa: Dropbox, Evernote, GIMP, OpenOffice, and Essentials. So let's. I'm going to pause the video now as it's installing Picasa, and come back after that's completed. Okay, Picasa 3 has installed. Put its icon out there. Dropbox is now installed. So we've got OK statuses on those. Evernote is currently being installed. I use Evernote quite a bit with my notebook, and then GIMP, OpenOffice, and Essentials, and then we'll be done. The Evernote just completed its icon on the desktop, but still getting an installing status. I should get OK here shortly. GIMP is a graphical image manipulation program used in Linux, but there's a Windows version. Currently using, I believe, 2.8 in Linux. It's a very good one. It's right up there with some of the best Windows graphical image manipulation programs I've ever seen. Alright, Evernote completed, and GIMP is now installing. And so that should take a few minutes. I'm going to go ahead and pause the video again. Okay, you can see that Ninite has finished. It says it's finished, and there is one failed application and one skipped. And the one that failed, obviously, we looked at that earlier. That one was the BitTorrent sync. Not sure why that failed, but all the rest have installed. I'm going to go ahead and close this. And as you can see, all the icons for things that would normally put icons out on the desktop are out there, and so I'm going to go ahead and right click and delete the installer from the desktop, and let me go ahead and empty the recycle bin, And I want to go ahead and resort the desktop here by name. Resort it again to bring the computer up. Okay, so we got everything out there. So I want to go ahead and test some things to see, you know, how it worked. And so let me go ahead and double-click on the Mozilla Firefox web browser. And I'm going to tell it not to import anything. It looks like this was successfully installed. Let's go up to full screen there. We'll make it my default web browser. Okay, it's looking pretty good. Welcome to Firefox. Don't want to take the tour. Alright, so let me go ahead and minimize that to the desktop. Let me go out and get Winscp. That one was already installed, but I'm going to go ahead and launch it. And okay, that one's opened up, looking good. Let's close that, and let's see, open up OpenOffice 4.11. This is Apache OpenOffice 4. Get the welcome screen next. Put in my username. Alright, and let's finish. So it looks like everything so far is successfully installed. Looking good. Alright, so let me minimize that. And let's look at FileZilla. That's an FTP client you're probably familiar with. Okay, and that's looking good too. Let me expand that to full screen. Yeah, looking real good. Alright, let me minimize that. And now the last thing I want to do is go out and look on the All Programs list and see if all these registered in the menu list. And they did. Looks like all of them are there. 7-zip is there. PuTTY, Picasa, QBitTorrent, Java, all of that's there. So it appears that this was extremely successful. Ninite will install these. If you ever run into a problem, need to reinstall, you can reinstall them in batch or in mass. You can take the installer from one Windows machine to another, and you can replicate it and install them all at once. If you have to reinstall Windows for some reason, you wouldn't have to reinstall each of your programs one at a time. You can let Ninite do it for you once you get up and running. So this is Ninite.